this video, I'm going to be talking about how certain foods and nutrients can influence zinc signaling in immune cells for T cells, and also particularly how they relate to pathways involved in immune synapse formation, such as PMAC and CMAC for anti-tumor immunity. If you've seen my other videos on PMAC, then you know already that tumors, they hate PMAC because PMAC is the end of the tumor. Okay, now there's IL-2, short for interleukin 2. So what that does, it promotes T cell proliferation and survival. Also, more importantly, IL-2 upregulates zinc transporters like ZIP6 and ZIP8. If you've seen many of my other videos, I've already talked about that tumors, they recruit TREGs, and what TREGs do is that they steal IL-2 away from T cells. So T cells numbers go down. Also, zinc deficiency could also possibly be an outcome or a negative effect of TREGs stealing IL-2 because IL-2 upregulates zinc transporters. So without the zinc transporters, ZIP6 and ZIP8, then the zinc cannot be transported and shuttled around. So zinc deficiency could have an effect on the thymus, which is the training camp of the T cells, which is beyond the scope of this video. Also, zinc is also needed for the thyroid to create thyroid hormones T3 and T4, which also has an effect on immune cells as well, and immune function, which I've made a video on that already. Also, TNF-alpha activates NFKB and can modulate zinc transporter expression. So TNF-alpha helps with zinc levels. So zinc's role is modulates kinases such as ZAP70 and LCK, and these are critical for immune synapse formation. So without the immune synapse, the immune cell or the T cell cannot directly see or attach to or recognize or kind of form like the bridge that connects the immune cell with the cancer cell or pathogen. So that's what TREGs prevent by soaking up or stealing IL-2 from T cells. Okay, now I'll mention some foods that could actually help enhance IL-2 and TNF-alpha signaling. So by enhancing IL-2 and TNF-alpha, that's going to also upregulate ZIP transporters uh, that zinc needs, therefore also promoting immune synapse formation. And some of these foods are tomato, which with lycopene, pineapple with a bromelain. Also, the canned pineapple, the bromelain is actually inactive, so the more effective pineapple for this IL-2 TNF-alpha signaling effect would be the fresh pineapple that has to be cut, the one that isn't chopped up yet. So that one's the better pineapple. That one will have the active bromelain. Also, other foods also are papaya and kiwi, and all those have vitamin C, enhancing IL-2 and TNF-alpha signaling. So those foods should help to promote the ZIP transporters, which are for zinc, so that zinc can be transported around. So it would be a good idea to have those foods with your zinc supplements. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, NFKB signaling can also help with zinc transporters. And these next foods support NFKB, so that's oranges with naringenin, also vitamin C. Oranges have other potent effects, which I've covered in different videos. Also grapes with resveratrol, apples with quercetin. This one is special because quercetin is an ionophore that actually shuttles and pushes zinc into cells. Also pears, I think, also has quercetin. Also peaches. And then there are bananas, which are risky because bananas upregulate ASCT2 in tumors, allowing tumors to use glutamine as a fuel source. So not too many bananas. Other foods that can upregulate NFKB happen to be mangoes, cantaloupe, watermelon. Watermelon citrulline gives arginine to T cells, selectively to T cells and not to tumors, because tumors, they tend to steal or hog arginine away from T cells. But watermelon can help give arginine back to T cells, but not to tumors. Okay, so there is NFAT that's actually needed for the formation of the CMAC, because the PMAC works together with the CMAC. And the fruits that I just mentioned, they support NFAT. So oranges, grapes, apples, pears, peaches, bananas. Not too many bananas because of the ASCT2. Also mangoes, cantaloupe, and watermelon. So those have vitamin C supporting NFAT for PMAC, CMAC. So this next one is not a fruit, but this one is very special because it has a double whammy effect. So that is asparagus, has prebiotics, and these prebiotics selectively feed beneficial gut bacteria, which produce short-chain fatty acids. These short-chain fatty acids support T cell differentiation and proliferation. Also enhances gut barrier integrity. That's actually important for intrinsic factor for vitamin B12 to be absorbed, because a gut barrier integrity supports cell polarity. With cell polarity, the parietal cells can secrete intrinsic factor. Without intrinsic factor, there is a vitamin B12 deficiency. And another great thing about asparagus is that it also contains folate, which is a vitamin B9. Okay, folate deficiency can lead to impaired DNA synthesis, also cell cycle arrest in T cells. Okay, there's this thing called uracil, URACIL, and if this gets misincorporated into the DNA, this can cause DNA strand breaks. Also, in studies have shown that cancer patients, they have high levels of uracil incorporated into the DNA. And the uracil is not supposed to be in the DNA. But with enough folate, or B9, from asparagus, this can actually convert uracil to thymidine. So thymidine has to be in the DNA, incorporated into the DNA, and not the uracil. Otherwise, if there is a folate deficiency, or B9, then the uracil cannot be converted to thymidine, and then that's going to lead to DNA strand breaks, which is a part of cancer growth. So that's it for the video. If you're interested in more future videos, then make sure to like, comment, and share these videos with your friends and family. Also subscribe to help push out these videos, because I do believe that the other science-related or biochemistry-related YouTube channels, they're actually leaving out a lot of important pieces that I do think that people need to know. So subscribe to get these videos pushed out to a further audience. And keep it locked on here on my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.